Nigga scared off my rooster. Come here, rooster. Nah, get the fuck out of here. I need a knife. There's a dead nigga in the street. Fuck. Oh, God. I'm about to kill every single one of you zombies. Fucking with me, bitch. They gave me a cool little spawn point. I'm mad at
That nigga LL Cool J, man. Jay-Z ain't fucking with LL Cool J, bro.
hell no. The fuck?
That nigga LL, bro, you seen him on Sway in the morning when he killed that verse?
Yeah, LL, raw as fuck.
Hella fucking raw, nigga. The fuck?
LL, one of the originators of this shit.
Yeah, when niggas talking about that King of New York, niggas forget about LL, bro. Like, yeah, I ain't hearing that shit. Nah, I don't want to hear that shit, bro, because people forget about that. I know LL was before our time and shit like
LL
that, so
ruined the nigga career. He beat him in the
he
battle
did.
and ruined that nigga career.
And took your girl at the same time.
Niggas don't know history.
Nah, that nigga was, yeah, he goaded, bro. I was
That
just
nigga
asking a chick
forced
at
him.
my job. She from New
He
York,
ran in the record label, played
bro.
his song, and forced them to sign him.
Mm.
Who you know could walk in a building and get signed just because they that raw?
And then guess what he did? He held Def Jam down by himself too. Like he was the man, bro.
Yeah, niggas, it's crazy.
Like he was holding the whole label down by himself. I think they have Run DMC and them over there, but whatever he did, he was number one. See, that's where I'm talking about where a nigga can say he number one because he really was number one and he was the greatest at his he one of the greatest to ever do it, bro.
I mean, New York never had a consistent number one, and Jay-Z never been the number. So how is he the
Yeah,
GOAT?
he was never number one.
There's been multiple number ones there, and he ain't never been one.
Multiple.
Redman was one for a minute. Fucking Busta Rhymes had his little moment. Fucking LL had a big moment.
50 Cent, Rakim,
Yeah,
Big
Rakim had
Daddy
a small
Kane.
moment. Big Daddy Kane had a big moment. Fucking
Cameron was number
Run
one for a minute
DMC.
with the old boy shit.
Yeah, Run
Number
DMC had
one.
a
Run
huge moment.
DMC, Biggie, number one. Big
Huge.
Pun, number one.
Well, Big
Fat
Pun never
Joe,
had a chance, but
well, he was gonna
yeah,
peak.
he could have been
Fat
number
Joe,
one.
I think, did Lean Back and Make It Rain with number one. Like niggas had their little peak where it was just well, it didn't last
Yeah, he
long.
wasn't number one because when that came out, 50 Cent was
Ja
out.
Rule, number one.
Yeah, Ja Rule, yeah.
As much as people talk shit about Ja Rule, nigga can't take Ja Rule away
50
from
Cent
history,
was number
bro.
one. We keep forgetting 50. 50 had a huge moment.
Yeah, I don't forget him.
50 had a big moment. What?
He had the
50,
biggest moment.
Run New
His
York. He
moment, the
had
way he
songs
came.
about running New York and nobody
That's
disputed
the,
it.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
When Takashi said he ran New York, everybody disputed it.
Uh, nobody, yeah.
I'm
Over here, boy.
at that campsite I was just talking about too.
I got
But be
my heat.
careful, it be niggas here.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about when I say
Or like
niggas are number one.
doors.
Like if Lil Crit, like if if uh if Ludacris said, man, I was the king of the South before I ran Atlanta. He did run Atlanta for a little
Oh,
minute, bro.
for 2.5 albums. That
Yeah,
third
bro, I
album is
know.
where he started falling, but it was still popular.
But he still was, but he already solidified himself with
Yeah,
his
it's
two
just because
albums and all his
T.I. was
pictures.
starting to pop.
But at the same time, he got his peak, he got his run. He was selling the most
Mm,
in the South at one point in time.
I think we just
That's
had
why
a
you
little
can't
small
dispute.
earthquake. Very small one.
That's why a nigga can't dispute like certain niggas in their history.
Mm, somebody here.
I got nah.
I think somebody here. I don't know if I'm tweaking or what. I think I heard somebody and I'm scared. I don't got no weapon. Get them gun cleaning shit. What the fuck? I know they here. I hear a zombie now. I need again. I need again. Ooh. Hmm.
Niggas say they never knew a nigga who rhymed with falafels. I could rhyme with falafels. Before I eat my plate of falafels, I got a word from the holy apostle.
Had to stop off at the hostel. Niggas always talking but never spitting the gospel.
Mmm.
No homo. When I spit, it's a mouthful. Fucking surrounded by zombies all the time. I don't got no knife or gun or nothing. Leave me alone. Close the, close the door. Make me a backpack in a minute. There should be a water hole here. What the fuck is the whole summer camp? They need water. No knife.
You think when Cameron be rapping, he be really freestyling?
No.
These niggas be saying, all right, I'm gonna bust something, let me write something tonight, then go down and just probably
Oh,
recite a little bit, huh?
yep. That's exactly
It
what
just
they do.
sound somebody. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Los really be freestyling. But one thing I do notice about Los and like old white boy Harry O, what they do is they always got some bars just in case they if they about to
Yeah.
fall off, they could just throw something in there and then they kind of throw them back and then they can freestyle
It's
for a
called a
little bit.
crutch.
Yep, a correct. I don't find nothing wrong with that neither though.
Hmm.
But when somebody's saying it's like a freestyle, like I know Lil Flip really be freestyling. Or if a nigga start describing the room or describing what he doing or talking
Yeah.
about, you be like, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You could tell when it's a fully written. You always tell.
Yeah,
Even the best freestylers expose that they freestyling at one point. Have a word that they repeat a little too much or a certain
yeah,
type of rhyme pattern they stick to.
yeah.
But if you sitting there telling stories and naming jewelry and specifically this is a Donatello Versace the poopy doop, like your brain ain't that fucking sharp to where you thinking shit like that
Yeah.
just out
Unless
of
you really just
nowhere.
master the art of just being able to rap about what's around you and shit like that. Like Harry O could do some shit like that. He rapping some shit. He say words and he kind of keep going with the word that you're saying and this and that. You be
Yeah,
like,
but
okay,
he still avoid big words like shit you could stumble on or tongue
yeah.
twisters and shit like that. Niggas avoid when they freestyle.
Hmm. Like Lil Flip, he be really freestyling.
I'm about to have to drink this water and get sick. Search the whole campsite. I'll be alright. I do not want to get sick.
Like write you a verse, man, for the little cipher.
I mean, but that's what freestyles used to be.
I just thought freestyles niggas used to get on, yeah, just really just off top of the dome. That's what it used to be.
Yeah, like, well, freestyle used to be like it'll be a beat playing and then you just rock
Yeah,
the mic. So
yeah,
it
that's it.
kind of
Just
didn't
rock the mic.
matter if you wrote it or not. It just mattered if we heard it before. But then niggas started actually freestyling, and that's when we was like, oh shit, he coming off the top, like off the
Now
damn
I
wow.
ain't gonna lie though. If a nigga got some freestyle raps where he say, you know what, I got 100 raps just in case if I go to a radio station,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I will never put this on wax. I ain't mad at it. But when it go on wax and shit, that's when you be like, bruh,
Kanye
come on.
tells a funny story. He used to do like freestyles at lunchtime, regular hood shit. And
Yeah.
this nigga, he said that like I used to write mine so I could be dope as fuck and go there and then spit my shit. And then he said one day a nigga said some whack ass shit, but it was just funny in the moment, and he lost that battle. And he never freestyled or written again after that because he lost to a nigga who said some shit like he smelled like pee or something like that, and everybody was like,
I ain't gonna lie. The only
"Oh,
thing that's doper than a nigga like than you rapping, depending on the situation, because some niggas are battle rappers to where he'll dissect you personally.
yep,
He's freestyling, looking at you, and he's telling some type of it might be true, it might not, but he's everybody's able to look at you and see what he's talking about, opposing to me writing some clean ass rap that needs to be on the song. So if that
mm-hmm,
needs to be on the song, depending on the setting, that's not the proper rap for that.
yep,
Now Kanye shit would have been perfect in not in a battle setting, but in a freestyle verse setting where you just spitting your verse. Like if he on Funk Max's Flex, that probably have been perfect for that.
mm-hmm."
Dude would have said that on Funk Master Flex, that wouldn't have worked. Them niggas know all they verses and shit they ever rap, so they'll just spit 2 bars from this shit and mix with
Yeah,
another bar from this and this and that.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Or memorize other niggas' verses and just incorporate a line that they had into a freestyle, and when people be like, "Oh, that was swoop wop," and then they gonna respect you even more because then you showing some
Yeah. That's all hip hop is,
studying.
recycling. But people think that's copycat. It ain't, to be honest, bro. If people really look at the world and say you
Well, the way
copying,
Drake did it was copying.
no, what I'm saying is
When he
copying
spit
this
that
in
stunner
terms of
forte, the
not
whole
even,
first,
not even that. I'm just saying, like, not even in music or anything. If I see Michael Jordan, how Michael Jordan pivot, and I say, you know what, let me pause and see how he moving and do a
yeah,
fadeaway,
that's
and I'm
studying.
copying. Bro, everybody do it in some form, shape, or life. Like when you're being taught something, you're mimicking what somebody else doing. You
Yeah, you
might
just
put your
gotta
own
pay
twist on it.
homage at all times. If you don't,
Come
you
on, bro.
stealing.
Yep, you're stealing.
But if you
You're the
say,
great
"Yep, I
players.
used to watch Jordan growing up," then that's paying homage right there. Some niggas is like, "Oh, he watched the Jordan growing up. That's why when he do that, he looked like Jordan." Like,
Or he sound like, or when an artist first start coming out, oh, he sound like Pac, he sound like DMX, he trying to find his sound.
yeah,
That's why you got to find a sound to mimic
yeah. I
first.
used to get
No,
hella
nobody,
insulted back in the day because niggas said I was hella like they would always like say I was East Coast sounding, and I hated that shit. But I
but
did
you was
listen to a
highly
lot of East
influenced.
Coast niggas, so it makes
Yeah, a
sense.
lot of influence. Yeah. To me, to be honest, East Coast rappers, to me, I just like their wordplay and their bars, and maybe because hip hop came from there, and I just like how witty they were with their words. Over here, niggas was more on a player, hustler type shit. And I mean, not
Yeah.
saying that they weren't, but I'm just saying they took their bars serious out there.
Yeah, out there you could be a rapper. Out here you gotta be a
Yep,
gangster or a pimp or a
yep,
player. Like you
yep,
said, if
yep,
you don't
yep.
got your street cred, it's very hard to become a rapper in California.
Unless niggas respect your pen game and shit like that, bro. If you got a real wicked pen game, then niggas who fuck with the craft gonna respect you.
Yeah, but you still gotta go through them to get there.
Hmm.
Like Kendrick or
Look at Lil
fucking
Russell.
Yellow Russell. Like you still gotta rap with the niggas
If
who,
you telling, but if you telling your story and your story is authentic, then niggas will respect you still though, bro.
yeah. It's just you gotta really put in that work.
Hmm.
Damn, I can't find nothing to drink or cut this chicken with. Ain't no rocks on the ground. I'm about to drink this water to live in a minute. Desperate measures.
Niggas gotta do justice shit on DayZ.
Mm. That's the only time I drink random water. Is if my shit in red. I feel like you never get sick when you do it that way.
Hmm.
But when you wait for your shit to get in the red, your health go down. So now my health is bad. But it take longer to die from food than water. So starving to death with a chicken in your hand. It's crazy. I rip this motherfucker with my bare hands.
It was hella nice today.
Mm-hmm. These be an accent and shit. If it ain't, then I'm dead.
Damn, this nigga was winning. Damn, this nigga hella smart. This nigga said he did sports betting and he said the only thing he was betting on was soccer. He was killing it in soccer. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, there was one dude who was only betting on fucking women's sports and he tracked their periods and shit like that to make it easier.
Mhm.
Be like, these girls they get their periods usually around this time. They ain't gonna win.
And Black, bro, you know why Gilly and them started a podcast? It's
Mm-mm.
because once Rollo came to Gilly and said, bruh, look at this in the newspaper. He said, look, podcasting and podcasters, the the uh the podcast industry have to allocate a certain amount of money to podcasting. So therefore, they have to allocate $400 million along the podcasters and distribute that. So here we see when he's seeing that allocating and shit like that, because like for instance, like Spotify. The niggas in them who be getting the top streams, they gonna get the top of the money and all the music that ever goes out. So if you all these people that put their songs out on distributors, when you don't do the proper paperwork, the BMI, the sound exchange, or whatever the fuck it is, that's money still got to go out to get paid. So what they do is the money go into a black box or whatever for 2 3 years, and when niggas don't collect that money, they just pay the actual artists who actually had they shit paid, they shit straight, because they got to pay it out after 3 years to somebody. And even with podcasting, when these guys be setting up these podcasts, and you like, damn, they ain't got their paperwork together. Just the fact that it went up, the YouTubes and all them have to allocate that type of fund still out. They still got to give that money out, regardless. That's why, like, when you see a lawsuit or something with a bank or something like that, you be like, damn, if you sign up for the lawsuit or whatever, if you don't sign up, or if you sign up, like it might be a $200 million lawsuit, and they allocate that $200 million to whoever used to work at that bank or whatever that company is at the time. If that $200 million, if nobody signed up for it but just you gonna get that 200 million. It's a lot of money floating around though, bro. People just don't understand. There's a lot of money floating around, a lot. Bro. It's really infinite. This is the best time to get some money. Out of that shit, we gonna get us somebody.
Can't find nothing sharp.
Mm.
About to die
Get your
with a
space
chicken
shuttle.
in my hand.
Hey.
How the fuck do you even know I was there?
Yeah. That nigga.
Nothing. That was me.
And you at one of them small towns?
Yeah, I ran up north for a little bit.
Um,
Oh, fuck. That's
uh,
went fast as hell with the chicken.
damn.
This
Niggas did that one little hit and it was over.
game been very unforgiving.